In this video, we're going to talk about element caching, how do I do it and why do I do it, and some of the things that I need to remember. So on this component, I have a span with a class of message that I'm going to be using quite often. So one of the ways that I can do this, if I can just get my animation frame up and running quickly, is to say this.querySelector dot message, and then I can perform whatever function on it. Let's say I want to set the text content on it, and that's okay. But if I'm going to be doing this a lot, querying the DOM is actually quite a slow operation, and you want to query the DOM as little as humanly possible, which is easily fixed because I can cache this by creating a field which will hold that element for me. So I can say this dot message element is equal to and then the element. So now when I want to make changes to it, instead of having to query the DOM, I can just say message element equals hello world. Okay, that's easy enough and that's great, except for one thing. This is going to cause a memory leak. So the rule that you have to remember is to say, whenever I instantiate memory like this, where I'm querying for an element or I'm adding a event listener and I'm caching those items, the very next piece of code that I need to actually go and write is to clean up that message element and say this thing is equal to null. If you don't do this, even when the element gets disconnected, the component from the DOM, it'll still stay in memory because there's references that's holding it into memory. So, one, querying the DOM is slow. You want to do that as little as humanly possible, and one of the ways that you can optimize that if you're going to make a lot of changes to an element is to just cache the element by creating a field on the component for that. However, as soon as you go and create that field, the next piece of line of code that you need to write is setting that item to null. And that's all for this video.